I'm Callie Bretthauer in your neighborhood. With the hope of inspiring action to resolve the world's climate crisis, hundreds of climate patriots have set out from Los Angeles, California, and intend to march all the way to Washington, D.C., a near 3,000 miles. This great march for climate action has already reached Iowa City, where there's a rally being held in the Ped Mall. Let's go hear what they have to say. What made you decide to participate in this huge march across the country?
I think that climate change is the number one moral issue that's going on with my generation. I think that it's such an umbrella issue. It covers so many different things. Inside the environmental movement and climate change activism, you have movements of class oppression. You have oppression based on race. You have everything from international social justice issues to local issues of water conservation, air pollution, anything like that. I just think it's the issue that covers so many other issues. I think it's the most important issue right now, and I think it's the thing that everyone should be passionate about working towards solving right now.
What we're doing right now, the president had announced in June the Clean Power Plan. And the Clean Power Plan is a plan for the country to reduce carbon emissions from power generators by 30% by the year 2030. So each state has to write up a state implementation plan, and we're a stakeholder involved in that process. Our goal for the state of Iowa is to reduce our emissions by 16%. So that's our piece of the pie that gets us to the 30% national goal. And we think that is entirely doable. It will help the environment, it'll help our health, and it will create jobs.
I started on March 1st in the Port of Los Angeles, and I've walked every step to Iowa City.
Wow, that's great. That requires a lot of dedication.
Yeah, that's about 4.5 million steps, actually.
Wow. What have been some of the biggest challenges?
I mean, every day the walking gets tough, but I wouldn't say it's the hardest part. I think the hardest part is not knowing where you're going to be the next night, never staying in the same place for more than a night, never knowing when you're going to get your next shower or to be able to do laundry or to be inside. You know, we have to just tough it out through a lot of storms, a lot of rain and wind, and, down in the Southwest there's a lot of dust, a lot of heat.
We've been through blizzards and hailstorms and windstorms and 70-mile-an-hour winds and heat, 95 degrees walking across Phoenix. Blisters, I've had blisters on my blisters, and right now I've got a hip and knee that are talking to me a little bit, so just keep going.
It's hard because we don't always see direct change from what we're doing, and we see that there's still this huge complex out there that's contributing so much to climate change, and there are a lot of corporations that are intimidating people and exploiting them for their land or their labor or anything like that. And we just can't fix it right now today. And it's so hard because we're doing everything, we're sacrificing so much to try to fix it today because we know it needs to be fixed today. But it's tough because we can't see that.
Did you have to make any sacrifices to be able to participate?
I stopped going to college. I was going to Iowa State in Ames. And I did 2 years and then decided to come on this instead. A lot of people sacrifice their job, their time, their energy, their money. I spent a lot of time doing fundraising before this started to sort of cover my way in terms of food and everything, and I know a lot of people did the same. But I think it's all worth the sacrifice, definitely. And I think that every marcher you talk to will agree.
On the other side, what have been some of the greatest rewards?
Today, for example, I know these folks, they've come out and are wonderfully supportive. I'm so excited that we've gotten this kind of reception and support from Johnson County.
The rallies are great. The processions walking to the rallies are great because you find so many people that are doing so much good work for the environment that it's really hopeful. Just talking to people, I think anyone you talk to, people are thankful for what you're doing. We're thankful to people for what they're doing.
You know, we have had so many fabulous experiences. When you walk across California, Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, Nebraska, and now most of Iowa. You see the country in a way you've never seen it whizzing by in a car or even on my bicycle. And what we've seen, we've talked to the local people, we found out what their concerns are about the weather and the changes they're seeing, and we're supporting them, helping them get involved, and they're supporting us along the way.
Has Iowa City been welcoming?
Iowa City's been great. We got into Coralville last night, and then we just got into Iowa City. I was actually born in Iowa City. I love it here. I knew we were going to get a great reception here. The people are wonderful. There's always a lot of good activism going on, and there's always a good connection between the people and between the people and the issues, that you don't see a lot of places. A lot of places, people will go into a city and people think it's weird because you don't see people out on the streets, getting out into the world, demonstrating, coming from all over. They look at it as a strange thing, but in Iowa City, this is every day, and I love that. I love that about Iowa City.
And for anyone who wants to help in any way, what can they do?
Go to climatemarch.org. There's a place there you can donate. We're always short of funds. It's an expensive thing to move this many people and hire the staff we need to get us across the country. Become a virtual marcher, which you can also do there, and follow us and offer us support in other ways. There's a lot of ways you can, and just send us good energy.
Definitely. Well, thank you so much for letting us talk with you. It's
Thank you for asking.
It's definitely great what you guys are doing. There really are some inspiring people here dedicated to change. In about 10 weeks, these marchers are expected to reach Washington, D.C., where their message will be loud and clear. Thank you for watching. I'm Callie Bretthauer, in your neighborhood, on your neighborhood network, PATV Channel 18.